chat with us, the Georgia congressman. Anything and among those ideas, Congressman, intrigue you that you like?
Well, certainly we want to look at all the ideas and consider them, and some of them did make sense. In fact, just recently, as I think this week in Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, they've started with the new bins, and we'll see how that works and see if that does help. Supposedly that's one of the ideas that's going to help save time as far as letting people know how much the wait is. That can, I think, have a double effect and discourage a lot of people, but at the same time, at least you do have an idea how long it's going to be before you can get through the line.
You know, I'm Congressman, just my free advice to you. I'm always here to help America, as you know. But why can't they stagger, the airline stagger schedules with either peak level ticket pricing or the like so that we could spread this out? It seems like people, I'm told at least from airport officials, congregate at the same time. Late morning seems to be a popular time, a crowded time, then early afternoon. Then early evening. I don't know if that's a consistent thing in all airports, but if you spread it out, in fact, if you went at a time that wasn't peak, in fact, way far from peak, you get a discounted ticket or whatever, that would certainly spread the crowds out, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely, and I think you make a valid point in coming up with some kind of ideas like this, and that's one of the things that I'm so frustrated with TSA, because I just don't, there seems to be a gap between the communication that is just not there between the airports and the airlines and the TSA senior management. They don't seem to be getting that same message and coming up with these innovative ideas like you've just mentioned.
You know what I don't understand? I guess it's informational and helpful. This up-to-the-minute wait time where they'll, I guess, have a readout just how long you're going to be waiting. I can get a pretty good idea. Let's say when I look like a crowd we're showing now, Congressman, I know you don't see it from where you are.
Right,
and I can just assess that crowd and say, that's between 2 hours and forever. So what value is there in having up-to-minute wait times?
Well, I'm not certain the value in it at all, but the point, again, is that TSA, this is a management problem, and that's what happens when you have a big bureaucracy. That's why I'm one who's proposing that we privatize as much as we can. Just like in the hearing.
Would you feel safe doing that? I'm all for letting private companies do a lot, but there would be a lot more room potentially for bad guys to slip in, wouldn't there?
There would be, but with proper oversight, I'm still convinced that we could do it. And that's the route that I think we ought to be heading. Not for everything, but certainly I think it can help in a lot of ways.
You know, the TSA chief on that same point, I think, was saying there's more flexibility with these government workers as far as assigning them, reassigning them. I don't know how true that is, sir, given the fact that they are unionized. What do you think of that?
Well, we've found a lot of abuse in the hearings that we've had in the Oversight Committee. We've found where TSA has actually been abusing that process and actually disciplining and punishing employees by that. So I'm not a big fan of that at all.
All right, Congressman, thanks for taking the time. We know you have a crazy schedule, so we appreciate you doing so.
Thank you.
Have a safe weekend.